Hi, I have in front of me here the Amiko Mini Spiel. So it's basically a high definition satellite receiver from Amiko, but it has the added advantage that it has a quite advanced gaming section in it where you click into games, you go onto online and download certain games onto the USB key, for instance, inserted into the box, okay? And there's a controller that's associated with this which can be used for certain gaming applications, okay? So let's just look at what comes with the box, and then I'll give an overview of the box installed and the picture resolution that we get on it. So first of all, this is the outer box that comes in, and it comes with this power unit here. It's 12 volts, 2 amp in the power unit. We have an IR sensor here which would insert into the 3.5 millimeter jack on the back, or socket on the back, and it use this for the actual picking up the remote control signals. In terms of different outputs from the box, you can have an output that's a HDMI here lead, or there's one that terminates in an RCA lead here, or this one here terminates in an RS232, which would use if we were downloading software, things, firmware upgrades, things like that. It's not really used anymore, but it's still a feature of the box. We have a remote control here that comes with a set of AAA batteries. The remote on this is common to a lot of Amiko boxes, or indeed SAB for that matter. If we come along here, we look at the user manual. The user manual is in English, and it just goes through the various features in the box. And then we come to the main event, which is the box itself. So the first thing you'll note, it's a very compact box. On the front of the box, we just basically have an LED display. If we rotate the box and look inside here, we have a USB port. And if we rotate the box right to the back, we'll see we have a number of features on it. First of all, we have a satellite input. We have 3.5 millimeter ports here, one for supporting RS232, the next for supporting the IR sensor, which we'll demonstrate here. This is what we'd actually be aiming our remote at. This is particularly handy if we had the box mounted at the back of a television, something like this. We can just sling the sensor over the top of the TV, and once it's the remote can see this, we can send the signal to the box. We have an Ethernet port here, so that's very important, particularly for going on for the gaming aspects of it. We have a HDMI output on it. Alternatively, we could use the RCA output, which would come from this one here, with digital optical output on it, with a second USB port, and we also have the power input here. And so quickly, if I just tip over the box here, just hold it here for a second, and the main features that we can see in the bottom are this. There's a card slot here where we can actually insert a card with a card reader. And we also have two small hooks here, and if we had screws or something like that, what we could do is we could actually mount it off here and hook it onto the back of a television, and we have these sticky pads here that will actually hold it into position as well. So that's for discrete mounting of this particular box. So what I'm going to do at this point in time is I'm going to come along and I'm just going to take the power unit here, I'm going to plug it in down below, I'm going to run the power lead up to the box, plastic film is in my way. And what we'll do is I'm just going to move this television into focus here. I'm going to run the HDMI lead from the TV directly into the back of the HDMI port on this box here, which I showed you a few moments ago. And the final trick here I'll have to do, of course, is I'll have to get a satellite input and connect it into the back of the box here. And we can see here we're directly onto the satellite channels. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to quickly come around here. Just might pull this a little bit more in focus for you. And if we just hit the OK button here, we can see here we have 30 channels being listed at a time. If we arrow back, we can see the main channels that came with it. So it goes from the BBCs, the ITVs, all the rest of it. And this is how it comes pre-programmed from us. About 138 channels on it there. So it's pretty, you know, that type of interface is fantastic in terms of being able to go flick through channels, pick up whatever you want, okay? And then the gaming thing. So we have a whole series of videos on this particular box showing all the main features, etc. on it. But as you can see, a very impressive box. So that's it anyway, an overview of the Amiko Mini Spiel.